So, the day after I turned 18, I kissed the folks goodbye, got on the trailway bus, and headed to the big, bad apple. 'Cause I want to be a rocket. You see, that was my plan. New York, New York. But there was one minor problem. You see, I was ugly as sin. I was ugly, skinny, unattractive, and flat as a pancake. Get the picture? Anyways, I got off the bus with my little white shoes, my little white ties, my little white dress, my ugly face, and my long brown hair, which was natural then. I looked like a hideous nurse, but I was really good at tap and fantastic in gymnastics. And I thought with that kind of attitude and that talent, the mayor would be waiting for me at Port Authorities. Wrong. I had to wait for 6 months for the audition. Finally, the day came, and I went to music hall and did my little tap routine. And then the guy asked me, "Can you do fan kicks?" Well, yeah. I can do fantastic fan kicks. But they weren't good enough. What he was trying to tell me was it was the way I looked, not the fan kicks. So I said, "Screw you, Radio City and the Rockettes. I'm going to make it on Broadway." Well, Broadway, same story. Every audition. I mean, I did Ring Around the Rosie around the other girls, but found myself with the alley of other rejects. But then I caught on. I mean, hello, I have eyes. I see who they're hiring. Anyways, I swiped my card and I did my little tap routine. And they gave me a scale through 1 through 10. For dancing, they gave me a 10. For looks, 3.
No. I only came here one other time before, and that was enough. I went up to the bar to get a drink, and this guy came up to me and was like, "Hey." In this way that implied what he really was trying to say was, "Boy, are you lucky. Of all the girls in here, I decided to talk to you. Lucky me." So he was like, "What's your name?" I said, "Fran." "Fran? That's a beautiful name." "Fran? Fran? The name my father gave me out of revenge when I wasn't born a boy. Fran is a lot of things, but none of them are beautiful." So then he said, "Are you Italian?" I said, "No." And I stood up and went to walk away, but then he grabbed my arm and was like, "So, you Irish?" I said, "No, what is this? Goodbye." And then he grabbed my arm again and was like, "So, what are you then?" "Nothing. I'm nothing." And then he looked at me and gave me this smile that really made him king of the mountain. This smile that said that I was nothing because I wouldn't talk to him. This guy. Men are bad enough, but there's nothing worse than guys. This asshole with the top 2 buttons of his shirt open to show that he had no chest hair. This guy with his conceited, judgmental smile called me nothing. Should it have bothered me? Maybe not. But it did, so I left. And I haven't been back since. So now I have this bias against guys that I meet in bars. Maybe I shouldn't. But I do. And there it is.
When Picasso took a shit, he didn't call it sculpture. He knew the difference. That's what made him Picasso. And if I'm wrong about that, I mean, if I completely missed the point here, and if somehow puking up your own little shitty neurosis all over people's laps is considered art, then you ought to at least realize there's a price to it all. You know? Somebody has to pay for your 2 minutes on CNN. Somebody always pays for people like you. And if you don't get that, I mean, if you can't see at least that much, and you're about 2 inches away from using babies to make lampshades and calling it furniture. Look, I know they call it the art scene, but that's not all it should make, a scene. It should be more than that. Anyone can be provocative or shocking, stand up in front of class or at the mall, or wherever and take a piss, or paint yourself blue, or run around church naked screaming out the people's names you slept with. Is that art? Or did you just forget to take your Ritalin? There has to be a line out there for art to exist. There has to be a line out there somewhere. A line between saying something and just needing attention. I guess I'm done.
Dad, found his coat in Mom's closet. Put my hand in the pocket. And everything was gone. It was empty and dry clean. It felt so cold. That's when I knew he was really dead. Oh God, I wish we had our own place to live. I hate being a boarder. But listen, let's make a pact. The first one who gets enough money promises not to spend any on herself, but saves it all to get a new house. For you, me, and Mom. We can't buy anything. No lipstick, or bubble gum, or nail polish, or magazines. Nothing. Is it a pact? Starting from now. Starting from today. Movies too.
Hey, come on out! I want to talk to you. It's me, Elizabeth. You can hide behind any statue in this place, but you had better listen to me. But after my grandmother moved in with us, everything was different. We used to sit in my room after school. She'd ask me questions about all sorts of things. And then she'd listen to my answers real close because she said I was an important person. But then one day you took her. And I don't think that's fair. You're supposed to do the right thing all the time. I don't believe that anymore. You just like to punish people. You like to interrupt their lives. You didn't let me finish. She doesn't know what I think. And I was almost ready to tell her. Why don't you take my mother next time? Oh, you like to take little kids, do you? Grab one of my brothers next. They're all baptized. Why don't you just take my whole stinking family in one shot? Then you won't waste any time. That'd be some joke. But I want to tell you something. It's a personal message. I'm delivering it myself. Don't you ever lay your hands on me! Because if I ever see you, strike me dead! Try! I'll spit all over your face, whatever it looks like. Because you and the rest of the world are one big pack of liars. And I really think I hate you. Something else? You don't exist.
I wish I was famous. Wouldn't that be nice? I wish I didn't have to perform in tiny little theaters that nobody's ever heard of. I wish I could play the lead role in a big show on Broadway with my name up in lights. I wish I could appear on TV and in movies and in magazines, and everyone would know who I was. I'd be so famous, people everywhere would recognize me. Everywhere, all over the world. I wish I was so famous that even people in the most remote locations on Earth would be familiar with me. Even in the most hellish, disease-ridden, war-stricken, famine-ravaged, politically unstable countries, people would all know me. Though they have no food to eat or water to drink, they could still draw emotional and spiritual substance from the image of my face. My face, shining down from billboards and magazine covers, bringing life to the arid and frozen tundra. My face. Well, you've got to have a dream. Oh, I know it sounds egotistical, but you'd like to think you could rise above the level of, well, you know.